welcome back to the Black Market. I'm your host Cobalt, and today we're going to be taking a look at Voidling Bound. Yeah, so this game is a third-person shooter action. I guess it's an RPG. It's a creature collector. This game is fantastic. It's made by some ex-Skylanders devs, and it really gives that old PS2 era platform shooter vibe. It feels like if Ratchet and Clank and Pokémon had a baby, this is what you get, and it's phenomenal. So, there was just an update to the demo, and that is why we were in here again playing this Snowfall Glick. So if you don't know how this game works, there are different species of monsters and you can evolve them in different ways. So right now I am playing on what is called a Glick. The Glick can evolve to one of two elements, either fire or ice, and then within those elements they have different main weapons. So the fire one can have kind of like a shotgun, almost like what I'm doing right now, and then one big ball of fire that burns and passes through enemies. The ice one can have this type of shotgun that I have right now, as well as a widespread shotgun that's going to hit more enemies but do way less damage to single targets. So I went for the single target killer because, well, you'll see as we play the game. You'll notice though on this one I have this constant snowfall happening, and that is specific to the ice glick. There was either this snowfall or you can get like a kind of rime blizzard aura going on. I went for the snowfall. It seems really cool. Plus there are a lot of things in this game that you attack to get rid of to help progress your run going through whatever level you're in. So it's very nice to have this snowfall, because it can attack those things kind of passively while I'm doing other things. So I can kind of run around and just pick up all the stuff I want. And yeah, you see, those guys are out there dying because they're getting hit by my snowfall, which is very interesting because where I am right now, it is blizzarding outside. And I'm going to tell you, it is a little scarier outside than this, but it's all good. I'm used to it. So yeah. We're coming through here with this Snowfall Glick, which took me quite a while to farm up. There's basically the way you evolve is you get these energy, I guess, balls, crystals, orbs, energy orbs. And they correspond to an element, and they can be used on any monster that can use that element. So for this guy, I needed ice orbs, and those are a little bit harder to get right now in the demo. They're a little more limited here, which is fine. The demo has a lot of fun stuff, but, you know, I can't wait till the game actually comes out. It did have a recent release date announced to be June 9th, so if this looks like something that interests you, keep a lookout, because come June 9th, it will be out, and you will be able to play it whenever you like. I mean, right now you can play the demo whenever you like, but obviously, you know, you've run out of some content after a bit. Although, to be fair, with all the different monsters you can make, the demo actually feels really good with fairly expansive amounts of content, because right now there's only 2 species available in the demo. And you'd think, Cobalt, that's not a lot. What do you mean with all the monsters you can make? Well, each time you evolve a monster, it opens up 2 different paths. But those are 2 completely separate paths from the 2 that would have opened up if you chose the other evolution. So even though there's only 2 different species, I believe within that there's quite a few evolution combinations that you can obtain just in the demo. And I think that was kind of intentional on their part, right? It shows off the fact that, yeah, you don't need that many species. You can make so many different versions of every species, and it just shows how versatile their evolution system in this game really is. There's even a mechanic that's not in the demo that looks like you can kind of splice genes together, so you'll be able to create kind of special monsters that may be able to do things no other variant of that monster can do. I'm not sure how that one works. I was not part of the playtest, so I don't know, but I do know that is something that is coming in the game. I have to say, so far, I'm having an absolute blast. Now, take that with a grain of salt, if you will, because I am an absolute huge Pokemon fanboy. I mean, I was. Pokemon has its problems nowadays, and I'm not blind to those, nor have I been ignoring them. But for the longest time, I loved everything Pokemon, and frankly, I'm really loving seeing other creature collectors and monster tamers coming out, especially when they have fresh ideas like this. And this really does a good job of giving you that old PS2 kind of platformer, Ratchet and Clank vibe gameplay, which is really nice. This is a kind of game I didn't know I missed until I started playing this. I was like, oh yeah, this is what gaming used to feel like. It's great. Alright, so we've gotten rid of the last of the rot here, which means we can go on to the next area. I'll get rid of that dude. I don't like him menacingly floating towards me. So this snowfall is pretty good. I wish it was a little bit more aimable in a way, but at the same time, I definitely have been noticing that it is taking out enemies as I go. Though I will say the snowfall is quite irritating because it acts like the controller does when you shoot, so there's a little vibration, but it's just constantly happening, so I'm kind of ignoring the vibration. I'm sure that'll be something that there's either a setting for, or it'll be fixed come release. Yeah, I absolutely have been loving this game. The biggest thing I can say that I've been looking for are things that they are very clearly working on, right? I kind of want some more enemy variety. With this demo update, they added a new faction, a completely new faction. So there's now robots. They got their own little faction that is quite menacing. And the cool part about that addition is I believe there's also supposed to be even more factions. I think there's only 2 available right now, but I believe there are supposed to be more. So it'll be really interesting to see when they get all of the enemy factions in the game and kind of what that adds gameplay-wise. I don't know if there actually is like a rep grind system, but usually when a game adds factions, there's something to that effect. So we'll see. I don't really need to stay and kill all these guys. I could. I kind of want to. I got the bloodlust in me, but we gotta... You guys don't want to see me sit here massacring things. You want to see what the game is. So let me just quickly dispatch of these guys who are directly on my tail. Killing for the sake of killing is one thing, but for my own privacy, so I can go on about my way unfettered, is another. Alright, so we're at the last area of this level, and you see this big, all this gunk, big gunk. Gotta do a nice cleanup job here. Restore the environment and whatnot. So once we clean up most, if not all of this gunk, the boss will spawn. I'm sure will be very angry that I have cleaned up the nice mire of funk that they have built. And you know what? We're going to show him who's boss. We're taking quite a bit of damage here. I'm actually not happy with how I'm performing. That was my ultimate. On the Glick, it seems to just be this giant conal vomit of whatever their element is. So that was just a lot of ice. That kind of did a little ice fire AoE on the ground, which was very interesting. And I'm wondering if all the ultis of each species is a combination of their native elements. I don't know, but that would be really cool. Huh, he didn't go invincible like he normally does. That's interesting. Well, Normally, between their segments of their bar, they go invincible for a little bit. As you would expect of a boss with segmented health. All right. So I'll show you some more things around about the game. So this is my current Glick that I have evolved. They're fantastic and Triceratopsy looking. We're going to come down here. This is kind of like my little zoo. This is where my other Ice Glick is. And then some Queepecs. They're like little birds that shoot like machine guns. Here's my pride and joy of my Fire Glick. This is kind of... For anybody who does know Voidling Bound, yes, this is that Glick. And for anybody who doesn't, there's a specific Glick that it is fire. It shoots a shotgun pattern of orbs that pass through enemies. You can imagine how much an infinitely piercing shotgun's going to do. And then on top of that, it has a mutation that says it heals based off of burning damage done to enemies, which if you're shooting fire that goes through your enemies, you guys see where this is going. It just keeps going through your enemies. You get a bunch of stuff burning, and then because of that, you get a bunch of life healed back. And it's really awesome, actually. All right, we got a couple of Queepecs. Take those. So those are all their base forms. The glowing ones basically have an extra stat when they come out of their egg. So this is kind of my stable right now. I have a few different monsters. And so, yeah, the Vivarium ones are the ones that free roam on the ship. And then you set your main one, which is the one that follows you. And then you have your Sanctuary, which is just your PC from Pokemon. These guys, you don't see them. They're just kind of there in the background doing what they do. You can get rid of them for this currency up here. This currency is what allows you to do what I will show you in a second. Let's go on over there, actually. So you can come to this laboratory, and you've got a couple things here. You've got the evolution chamber. I don't know why I came in here with this guy. I can't actually evolve him. But here you can see the tree that he evolved down. So I took all of the right evolutions for him. And he's the rightmost thing on the tree, and you can see some other Glicks that have evolutions that I've taken, right? So I have my fully evolved fire one, and some other things. I was actually going to make a nice sand Glick. They're very defensive, but we'll do that later. So this is the enhancements tree. You notice it is almost all filled out on this guy, and that is because the enhancements tree is species wide. So it says Glick in the middle. Every Glick I get will get all of these enhancements from this skill tree. So we're actually just finishing this up soon, and that will make it so that my Glicks are all, well, maxed out, kind of. They can still level up and things. Here's my Queepec tree. You notice it is much less filled out. I don't use the Queepecs as much. I just like the Glicks more. That's me. Yeah, the Ice Glick is new to this demo update. Let's go to the Fire Glick, and I will show you guys another mission type. Come here. We'll do a survival. So the last mission was like a full-blown proper level. This is a survival. It is a simple, you're in an arena, killing stuff, and moving forward. Well, not moving forward. Killing stuff and advancing to the next wave. It's a wave defense, essentially. You'll see why this particular Fire Glick is very, very powerful. The other Fire Glick that can be mainly sand-based is also pretty strong. He just doesn't die, but this guy, notice, does quite a bit of damage, but also all that burning is putting his health back, which you haven't really noticed because I haven't taken damage, but if I do... There we go, I took some damage. Alright. This guy might actually be a little too strong for what I'm trying to do, because it's the burning that gets you the health restore, not him actively doing damage. So what that means is if I kill stuff right away, then I get no health back. But you can see my health being restored. It's pretty much always topped off. Combined with the infinite pierce nature of this skill and how much damage it does, you can see how this might be quite strong. That there was a bomb I just blew up accidentally because I wasn't paying attention. But this guy, unlike the other guy, so the ice glick, their evade seems to just kind of let them move quicker and get out of the way. This particular fire one, I wait till I get hit, and it makes this aura, this fire aura around me, bigger and do more damage. So that's very nice and useful. Not gonna lie, I would imagine this guy might need to get a nerf before release. Either that, or man, there's some levels, there's some things and some stuff on levels that I haven't seen that are that make this not as game-breaking as it feels right now. Okay. We're almost done with this part of the level. Yeah, this definitely has a lot of very cool elements that I kind of wish Pokemon had. The whole, you kind of choose the evolution of your monster, I really enjoy that. It makes it kind of feel like, you know, your monster's a little more unique to how you want to play and how you are, which is really cool. I think it provides a nice sense of, this is my game kind of ownership feeling to it, which is cool. I like that kind of customization in any game. Something where it's like, maybe it's not unique, you know, with how many players are playing the game, it's not going to be unique, but it can kind of feel like it. It's like, this is the setup I like to have, you know? Oh. Yeah, I'm not keeping stuff burning enough, which is my own problem. Let's just burn these guys up, just so that I okay, get that counter. He's gonna burn to death. There we go. And we get... they're called mutagens. I get an organic and a pyro mutagen, so that will help if I want to evolve something to organic or fire. And those are all the things we got from this. We got 2 more eggs. As you saw me hatch the eggs earlier, that's kind of what you do. I just wait till I have a bunch and hatch them all at once. But you know, if you were farming for a specific monster, specific species, you know, just keep on farming them up. That is pretty much the Voidling Bound demo. I have a link to it in the description. Go on over and check it out. If this looks like some kind of game you would really enjoy, definitely pick it up. I think this game's fantastic, and I really cannot wait to see even more. I want to see more of those species, more of those evolutions, and more things you can do. Anyways, guys, if you made it this far in the video, a like and a sub would be very much so appreciated. I'm trying to grow the channel right now, and every little bit helps. Make sure you smash that notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.